the Spanish Inquisition. Our chief weapon is surprise. Surprise and fear. Fear and surprise. Our two weapons are fear and surprise.
All right, I'm back from my vacation. And once again, we got a lot of craziness going on in the world. As Iran is blocking the Strait of Hormuz and oil prices going up. Philippines just announced emergency fuel crisis. Yeah, I was already depressed. I didn't want to come back. I wanted to sell my gold and silver and retire. Getting tired of this, but once again we see why one of the reasons why we stack the gold and silver, because things happen, man. If you know Austrian Stacker and the story of his grandmother, she lived through a couple of wars and like 5 or 6 different currencies, hyperinflation and everything. She got Austrian Stacker into stacking because she experienced all the craziness that could happen. And I'm sure her family never expected all that happened. You know, they didn't expect the world wars, and they didn't expect the inflation and the, you know, mess that happened over there. And throughout my lifetime, I've seen a lot of craziness. I remember 1988, the Whittier Narrows earthquake happened while I was in class in high school. And I thought it was a nuclear bomb going off. The Cold War was going on back then. And I really thought we were being nuked. It sounded like a nuclear bomb to me. Until my teacher yelled earthquake, then I relaxed. But after that, a year after that, the Berlin Wall fell and the Cold War ended. And you know, then a little while after that, the Los Angeles riots happened. I remember driving around with a rifle in my car, and that was another little period of craziness. Then it was relatively calm for about a decade until September 11th, and that was, well, I remember where I was in September 11th. I was growing weed, wasn't working, had my grow room running, and so I woke up around the crack of noon, got stoned, and went across the street to the liquor store to get some munchies. And when I went into the liquor store, they had a TV set on the counter, which wasn't normal, and I was like, something must be going on. When I got home, I turned on the TV set and saw planes crashing into the World Trade Center, and it was like surreal, you know. And what happened afterwards, they shut down the airspace. I remember hanging out with my old boss, Fernando, and he had gotten a pool put in, so we were swimming at his house and looking up at the sky, and there's no planes flying. And he's telling me, yeah, you know, if they call me up, I'll go, man. He was a veteran of the first Gulf War, and he was you know, in the Army. So we went through that, you know, the war in Afghanistan, the Iraq War, all that craziness happened. And then I started stacking in 2019. A year after that, pandemic happens, which was more surreal craziness, you know. I was an essential worker, so I was free while everyone else was in lockdown, and it was like really bizarre, you know, really surreal being out on the road, and just so much emptiness and all that. And then when it ended, and man, it was really bad in the Philippines. Like, my wife went through a lot. You know, their lockdown was even crazier than ours. They had the military on the street. They had quarantine passes. Like once a week you could go out and get food, but other than that you were locked in your house. And then that ended, and we get inflation really bad, and then now we got the oil crisis, you know, once again. Shoot, I remember actually going back to my childhood, the 1970s oil crisis, which was kind of worse over here in the U.S. My parents bought a truck that ran on propane during that time. So you never know what's going to happen, man. There's always some craziness around the bend. Nobody expects the Spanish Inquisition. So keep on stacking. Stack the gold, silver, cash. I want to, you know, have one of these, because you never know what's around the bend. Keep on stacking.